What is good, Boom Bap Nation? It's a Boom Bap Historian back. And this particular album review, we are going to look back 30 years ago. So, 30 years ago, I can't remember how old I was. Let's see, probably around 18. But 30 years ago, Jay Z released Reasonable Doubt. Now, you could pick up this album on his website, or you go to Target. Target has Reasonable Doubt CDs, a vinyl with a different album cover. They had cassettes, but it shows. I think you can still buy them for delivery at home, but I didn't see any in the store. Um, but I went ahead and I scooped up Jay Z, The Reasonable Doubt, 30 years later. Pretty basic. I'm not going to go through to the whole thing, but I thought I would go through and talk about this because you know if I'm curious to know, and probably a lot of Jay Z fans, where they have this album. For me personally, um, although this album is dope, I don't. It definitely isn't my favorite Jay Z album. I think that's hands down a fact. Maybe top three, top four. I think I currently have it fourth. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of negativity for those that watched this video in full. But just kind of going back through this album, so it has "Can't Knock the Hustle." Um, and well, let me just say this. So for those that are probably thinking, how could you not have it, the best album or top three, even top, have it all the way at four? For me, it's kind of simple. I think the front half of the album is the best part of the album. I didn't really care for the back half of the album. That's all it is. It's just like, when I think of Tupac, All Eyes on Me. One, I'm not the biggest Tupac fan, but I don't think that's his best album. And the reason being is because I just don't think the second disc is any good. And you got to put it together. So as great as the first disc is, it's a full album. So, but yeah. So starts off with "Can't Knock the Hustle," and like I said, as far as like the first 8 tracks, I think it's one of the best 8-track runs. From there, "Politics as Usual," track two, "Brooklyn's Finest" with Big, "Dead Presidents." 5 is "Feeling It." 6 is "The Evil." 7, 22 twos. 8, "Can I Live." Um, After that, I really don't care for the record. Yeah, track 9 is dope with Foxy Brown. 8, no. But I don't really care for track 10, "Friend or Foe." And not to say I don't care for him. I don't think of highly as the rest of the album. So 10 is "Friend or Foe." 11, "Coming of Age," featuring Memphis Bleak. 12 is "Cashmere Thoughts." 13 is "Bring It On," featuring Big Jazz and Sauce Money. 14 is "Regrets." And then 15 is "Can I Live Too?" And then they have track 16 on here, Fool's Paradise remix, which is "Can't Knock the Hustle." So, um, but yeah, I know a lot of people probably have this as one of his best, if not his best album. And me personally, I just can't do that because I just don't think the back half of the album is as strong as the front half. And yeah, you can argue it's one of the best front half albums, but to me, you got to take it as a whole project. And, um, you know, uh, I just can't place it that high. But nonetheless, it definitely was one of the strongest debut albums by an artist. And, 96, I believe, yeah, 96, a lot of shit came out in 96. I mean, 90s for me is a heavy hitter year, 10 years or so. So, but yeah, so Jay Z, 30 years, Reasonable Doubt, taking a look back at the classics. Definitely hit Target up, go to his website, get the CD, get a cassette, get vinyl. Um, but yeah, so just real quick for me, my top three, and I know the hate will come flying in, and for those that comment or comment on this, I'm sure I'm gonna catch some. But sorry about that. It's fucking hot out here in the garage. But for me personally, my favorite Jay Z album, and when I look at an album, I look from top to bottom. I don't say, well, the front half is good, so the album is good, or the back half is good. No, it's got to keep me entertained from track one all the way through the end. Um, and so for me, my favorite Jay Z album, I put it number one is the Black Album. Number two is the Blueprint album, um, which came out on September 11th. And then my third favorite album, and this is where it's going to come in. So Reasonable Doubt, I have at 4. So Black Album, Blueprint, and then number 4. I don't know why I did that, but number 4 is Reasonable Doubt. Number 3, and here's where it's going to come, but I don't really care because this is my personal opinion. Number 3, I have Kingdom Come. And the reason being is because I think that was some growing up music that Jay-Z put out. I think there's a lot of introspection and introspective stuff about that record. I think it was a record he was having fun with, like the track You Can Show Me What You Got. I just think that was an album that Jay really felt he had made. I think it's one of his most personal records. Definitely had personal songs throughout his albums, but as a whole, I just think that was some really growing up music. I think Jay was in a different place, a different time with that album. And I respect that album. I have it 3. So Black Album, Blueprint, Kingdom Come, and then Reasonable Doubt. That's what I got. So, let me know what people think, man. Where do you have Reasonable Doubt? Do you have it number 1? Do you have it number 2, number 3? Do you not have it in top 4, top 5? Let me know. So yeah, taking a look back at the classics, man. Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, 30 years. All right, stay tuned, y'all.